like, hold on, wait a second. Now I'm not sure.
Welcome to the
Yeah.
Pixel Kitchen Podcast, where we talk about anything on our minds over breakfast, lunch, dinner, honestly, anytime we feel like eating. I'm your host, Mac. With me are my co hosts, Sean,
Hey, everyone.
Tom,
Hi.
Melvin,
Hello.
and Jules.
Yellow.
Today, we're talking about Nintendo's Gigaleak. Where's everyone want to start at?
Start at the earliest. Nintendo 64.
I think
Nintendo.
there's SNES shit in here too, but still.
SNES stuff, too.
Yeah.
SNES.
There's a fully modeled Luigi for Super Mario 64. I want to know
Interesting.
why they took the time to model him fully, but not put him in the game.
It's just Green Mario,
Well,
man.
I, wa- I wonder now, when you go something on a development cycle, maybe when they tested it, they realized they had enough content for the game, and they wanted to. Maybe they just became aware they needed to save it for the sequel.
That's a possibility.
They realized they should save it for another franchise called Super Mario Brothers.
That was before 64.
Well, yeah, but maybe they made them all and it's like, you know what? Let's make another one later on.
Well,
Save them for later.
the whole concept of those games is fascinating to me because, right, they took a character, okay, Donkey Kong. That's what I'm trying to get out. Is that they took Donkey Kong and they made other stories.
Yeah. The original Donkey Kong. And the fucking Mario turned out to be the fucking protagonist in that.
I gotta tell you, when I used to play Donkey Kong in the arcade, I wasn't thinking anything story. I was thinking jump over the barrel, get the hammer.
Shit, the barrel got me.
Yeah.
Now I gotta
Damn
do it
it.
again.
That's what everyone was thinking.
Except
Back
for
then,
those one
games didn't have
people that were
story.
like,
Back then, games were just games.
back then,
Something
did
to-
games even have Easter eggs?
They did have Easter eggs,
Yeah.
but they also had this ridiculous thing that with patterns. Like if you, all of us that were really good at spotting patterns. Oh, this guy's over the top of me. I can feel it. You could get through levels just by spotting patterns. And basically that's how everybody got through Dragon's Lair originally. As they just memorized, okay, controller click to the right, controller click to the left. And you could see people just walking through it because that game was all about timing, and sometimes the laser disc would skip. So you had to be right on it. But anyways, back to the subject at hand.
I think that's really all there is to the Luigi.
Well, there was old, yeah, for that console, but there was various other things, right?
There was Ocarina of Time stuff.
Yeah.
Sorry, before I forget this, these beta sprites look so different.
The Pokemon ones.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
like that's what Garchomp looked like. I don't know if I would be happy or sad.
We
And
weren't
the
onto that one
Scraps
yet.
Gen 4 Legend.
God damn it.
The beta sprites, man.
But that Super Donkey game, the
Yeah.
more I looked at it, it would have been fun. I don't think it could have been like a main release, but
No. I think it would have been kind of the in-between to a... Like, I think the SNES shipped with Super Mario World, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. That was before I was alive.
Super Mario World. I seem to recall seeing packages that look like, but I wasn't. I was a brief period of time where I wasn't
Yes. The launch
playing video
titles
games.
were Super Mario World, F-Zero, Pilot Wings, Gradius 3, and SimCity. So yeah, I was correct. Didn't mean
Slim
to-
Shady.
Yeah, that game was not great on a console. Didn't mean to interrupt you, Sean, though.
No, that's my point. It's like, why would you play that game on a console? It'd be like playing Age of Empires on a console.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Ooh. No, don't do that.
Why
Please
would you
don't do
ever?
that.
I mean, at least they built Halo Wars specifically around a console, but porting in stuff to
Yeah.
well, that would be an interesting thing to talk about later too. Is why it's such a problem when to play games with a mouse and a keyboard when the Xbox already recognizes it, but the games won't map to it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's later.
Because it gives people an unfair advantage.
Source code for a Pokemon MMO using the Game Boy Advance in a Mega League.
Pokemon MMO.
Yeah. it's gonna be a
MMO?
Pokemon MMO that was in the works.
MMO?
Yeah.
I feel like that would have done well.
One more time.
MMO.
What?
In
Massively.
2004, IQ came up with the idea for developing a mainline online Pokemon MMO style game for the PC, in which the player would control their character using a Game Boy Advance as a controller. This MMO Pokemon title was to be based on Fire Red and Leaf Green.
Honestly, wouldn't be sad.
Oh, in the game's
So-
offline mode, players would only be able to catch 30 different Pokemon, but the online mode was to feature the rest of the remaining cast. There were further plans. Holy shit, I cannot talk today. For further plans for planned updates that's a weird string of words right there. Updates that keep players
Sound it
engaged
out.
and coming back with new Pokemon to be added over time and in-game events. This sounds eerily similar to what we're seeing unfold in Pokemon Go. Without the
Yeah, but Well, I was just gonna say though, yeah, it's similar conceptually, but Pokemon Go is built off of the Google, what's it called?
Google Maps.
Yeah, but the game that they built, the word is escaping me at the moment. I have it on my phone still. It was original Niantic Labs.
Yeah, Niantic
So-
Labs.
Hmm.
So it's built off of that game core.
Yep.
Which you're right, it's built off of Google Maps, and it's using Google Maps and creating augmented reality spots. It's an all tied into that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting is I've been trying to do some research on it, but I have so many things. My wife actually got mad at me. I've got too much stuff going on that to stop researching these things. But like, for instance, what led me to do this is Siri and Cortana both started out as a DARPA exercise where teams were invited to create a assistant for organizing a meeting and taking notes in the meeting was what the teams were given as a task. And you can still download this source code, but what's interesting to note is that the one team that was the major team, the initials of their were SRI, which, add another I and you get Siri.
Yeah.
I'm guessing Siri's the better of the two.
Oh yeah. Actually, the one Samsung had was the better.
What, Bixby?
Yeah, but they're getting sued over it. But my point was is that, or I'm going with this long-winded thing, is I think that Google must have been working with the government on some type of augmented type thing for that mapping purpose.
Probably some military
Yeah.
use.
That's
It's a
it.
good possibility.
Because I don't know if you know this, but DARPA still is recruiting game companies and stuff for simulations.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
And it's not bad. I'm not saying it's nefarious. You know, I don't like wars. I don't like killing people. I understand that there's a necessity for it though sometimes, and it can't be avoided. But I hate when things get used for political purposes. But I love military technology. It's one of the coolest things, right? It's like if you think about how cool stuff is, and you know, my uncle used to tell me stuff about the what's called the X-17. Is that the correct number? The prototype plane, X-17. Does that sound familiar? Has
Yeah.
one set of wings that are backwards.
Yeah.
I think so.
He used to tell me that the problem with it was, and he was probably giving me classified information, but everything about it's been declassified, was that it had multiple computers that were had to vote with each other, and if one of them objected, it wouldn't change the flight pattern. So basically, it was had some form of autopilot, but I guess a couple times the computers before they decided that to make it, if one said no, that it vetoed what it was going to do, because I think it killed a couple people from the early thing from G-force. It was, you know, now.
Yeah. I'm not seeing an X-17. I'm seeing an X-15.
It's X-29.
No, I think I'll find it. It's really
Is it-
old.
There's an
Exactly what plane he's talking about.
X-29, and then there's a C-17 that's a giant plane. Oh, and then there's that.
There's a lot of planes,
Says
Jules.
X-15 rocket plane, the world's fastest airplane.
Okay, as soon as I finish this round, I'm gonna.
Bell X7.
We'll come
come
back
back
to
to
that
it.
one. I'll continue on
Yeah.
the league. Super
But-
Castlevania 4 prototype. Source code.
Man, I bet they're wishing they had developed that back then. Right? As popular as Castlevania is right now.
Yeah. I think it's died back down again. It's not back to what it was.
You know, if they made, you know, this is strictly basing off of how well the anime did with on Netflix, but you would almost think that a Castlevania, like a Skyrim style, might do pretty good.
Yes.
A more story-based, like, not
Open world.
like hack and slash. Yeah, I think it might not do bad, but with how much open world stuff there is right now currently,
Well, that's all anybody really wants. I feel
Yeah,
like.
I mean, that's what the MMOs are going towards. No more instance-based.
mm-hmm. I'm not saying it'd be the worst thing.
Oh,
I'm just not sure it'd be the best thing they could do.
probably be expensive.
And I'm only saying that because it's mainly your one dude going to kill. Ah, fuck. I don't remember the fucking main enemy in it. Yeah, Dracula. There you go. Couldn't remember if they had a different name for it besides just Dracula.
He's Dracula, but it's in the movie he has a son,
Alucard.
Alucard. Yeah. I don't know. That's I didn't play a lot of Nintendo, so it's like I'm a bit on the outside with that console.
From the few games I have played of the Castlevania series, they were fun.
I have not played them. So I can't
It seems like it would have been fun, but what's kicking me in my head is I swear to you I remember a cabinet for Castlevania, like some type of cabinet game or version of it. Oh. But
Nope, it was a thing.
it was.
From what I'm looking at right now, it looks to be a thing.
What is?
A Castlevania cabinet.
Yeah, I really think
A
that.
Castlevania what?
a cabinet.
Yeah,
A
like
game
an arcade.
cabinet. Yeah,
You put
arcade
quarters in
machine.
and go.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like a.
No, not just a basic, like, it's a cabinet.
Yeah, that's what I thought you meant.
No.
Like, what?
It's a Castlevania arcade machine. Everyone just called them game cabinets, though. That's the other
There
one.
is.
Yeah. Sorry, dude.
There's a
I'm
few of
old. If I ever have a game, like an office building with a game company, I'm gonna have a whole room of them.
That's what a lot of people aspire to have.
It'd be so cool. So expensive. Well, my dad ran a Sheraton Anaheim Hotel in California by Disneyland for a number of years. He worked his way up, and it was owned by, I can't think of his name, George Maloof. And the Maloofs are one of the big hotel families like the Hiltons. And when the guy came to service our arcade games, my dad, if I was there, my dad would send me in there with him. And the guy would like go to my favorite games, and while he was emptying out the coins, he would sit there and toggle them, so I'd have like 30 credits on the games, and then he'd leave the arcade closed behind me.
What a guy.
It's because he liked my dad and he knew that we were poor, so it all worked out. I got a lot of crazy stories from that hotel all throughout you guys over the years.
Or are you gonna say you're my age?
I was younger than you, and we would, because my dad had to stay at the hotel a lot, and we would live this sweet life of Zach and Cody sometimes.
That's fun.
Sweet life.
And it's right next to Disneyland, so people were back in the day. Things weren't as expensive, and people I want to say people were more generous. So if people had leftover tickets to Disneyland, they would just leave them behind to the hotel staff and say, "Hey, we can't go. Hopefully you can get use of them."
Wow, that's crazy.
Free Disneyland tickets.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, but this is when you had a general admission ticket, and then you had to have tickets to go on each of the rides, just like a carnival.
It was also before it costed $100 a day.
Way more now.
Honestly, way more now. And, you know, it's just gonna keep getting more expensive, and it's just, what can you do about it? If you want,
People are still gonna go.
People are still
Yeah.
gonna pay it.
I know, and I have a lot of people that I train that work there, so I think I have it's too expensive for me to go, but at the same time, I realize how expensive it is to pay everyone, I guess.
Yeah.
But I think the company makes plenty in profit.
Oh, for sure, but it's never enough. There can always be more.
Okay, we're completely off subject. We were
Yeah,
doing
we are.
I just kind of let it
Castlevania. I'm
happen.
sorry. Yeah.
No, we're done with the
Castlevania, yeah.
Castlevania, really. Because there wasn't much more than just, like, there was...
Well, we just segue into game cabinets, and
yeah.
that was my thing. Is that my experience with Nintendo stuff was through game cabinets, not
Mhm.
through their console.
That's
so
what
when
Nintendo was before they made the NES. It was all game cabinets.
I always wanted a Game Boy. Oh, I wanted a Game Boy so bad. I saw people with them. I'm like, oh, that looks so cool.
Mm-hmm. Back then it was cool. Not so much anymore.
No, not really.
Jules, we're on to what you want to talk about now.
The sprites.
Yeah,
Jules,
the new Pokemon.
Sprites.
Those goddamn betas sprites. They just. Some of them look cool. Not gonna lie.
Some of them don't look too different.
But then when we get to beta Reggie, that's.
Reggie Gigas. He doesn't look great.
He looks like he
So when
hasn't
you're
had
saying
the best
beta, is that what do you mean by beta? An alternate version?
It's before the final version, basically.
Okay, so it's just a test version. Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I wasn't sure if it was a specific because it's Pokemon.
It's Diamond
Darkrai
and
used to
Pearl.
be Duray and
Beta
a
League.
Darkurai. A Darkurai.
Mm-hmm. Cranidos was majorly different.
Guaranteed was Kimaran. Some of these I really would not expect.
No, some look weird.
The beta Reggie game. Oh god. I think that's haunting my nightmares now. What is that?
What's
It's
what?
after no, after Reggie.
I'm not there yet. Fucking Garchomp in its its previous forms looks so fucking different.
No. I don't know if I like it or hate it, but
It's
that's
different.
the thing.
Well,
Yeah.
someone must have hated it, so.
Fucking Snover and Abomasnow. Those are different.
Bombsmo? Oh.
I'm guessing it was Togetic and that did not look like it. Or no, Togekiss. Sorry.
What is that?
What the fuck was that?
What is
Fucking Probopass? What the fuck was that?
The hippopotamus looks cool. Come on.
There's a hippopotamus Pokemon?
Yeah. It's like a sand Pokemon.
Yaga doesn't look different. Palkia looks about the same. Heatran looks the
is
same.
that a meme?
Gigas is It's
What
on
are
point.
these?
That could be
What are
cute.
these?
Arceus looks
Nose
very
pass.
weird.
Wait,
Probopass
Arceus
is
got
weird.
one?
That's one right after
Darkrai.
Gigas.
Darkrai.
Arceus is right after Gigas.
Wait, that's Arceus? That's supposed to be Arceus?
Yes.
That's supposed to
Darkrai,
be
I think, looks
Arceus?
better. Darkrai actually, like, I'd be fine with either of them. Like,
It's
give
a
that one more
scrap
polish.
Gen 4.
I don't know. That looks like it's a little bit too much in the fighting type territory.
What was the last one?
What?
The fuck was the last one supposed to be?
Are you sure that the
Yes.
one of them's gotta be Giratina somewhere? Is that the last one? The last one's Giratina?
Don't tell me that is.
I don't know.
Because Giratina doesn't show up, so it's gotta be it's either the one after the Palkia,
Well, it goes by number. I hit the wrong
Maybe the
button.
last one's Arceus.
I think the last one's supposed to be Arceus.
After Regigigas.
Whoops. Hit the wrong button.
That hurts. I don't like that.
Okay.
Because
If
the
we
last
go-
number is Arceus, I'm pretty sure.
The fourth 9-3.
If we go by number. Okay.
Oh.
Hit
It's
the wrong button
Arceus.
again.
493 is Arceus.
What?
Yep,
It is
that's supposed to be Arceus. That's supposed to be
That
Arceus.
means the 7 is supposed to be fucking Giratina.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Giratina.
What the fuck?
Wait. The one after Reggie's Garantina.
Yeah.
Yes. What? No.
That's beautiful.
It's not okay. No.
What's
The Pokemon
Giratina?
one.
Oh my
It
god.
looks so bad.
Oh my god.
Holy shit. That's not okay.
Why is Arceus one of the legendary dogs now? I'm sorry, not Arceus. Garantina.
Exactly. That's why I was saying it was Arceus, because Arceus kind of, it's like the 4 legs. That's why I was saying it's close to it, but oh my, that's not Giratina. Fuck you. It's wrong. Wrong.
You done did Garantina wrong.
It looks so bad.
You did wrong to my boy Garantina.
Holy shit.
But is there what is there a beta one for the other form of him?
I don't know. I didn't see anything.
No, apparently 497 is superior.
Oh. That was not, no.
If it continues 494.
Ah, look, I'm on the one that I think we should have done first, because this is the fucking SNES stuff.
Oh
okay?
no.
We can go out of order.
This hurts though. This hurts.
Super Mario Kart / Mario Kart 64. Yeah, those Pokemon, some of those are bad.
I'm glad they just took those out. Hell no.
The leaks not only
If
include
that was
a version of the
Garantina, I
original-
would.
Yeah, it's bad. Leaks not only include a version of the original Super Mario Kart with unused or altered tracks and lack of drifting, but also seemingly include an alpha version of what would become Mario Kart 64, which seemingly uses the original Mario Kart sprites as the art placeholder. That's why this image looks so fucking weird.
Mario Kart's got switched to Mario Party, right?
No.
Two different.
Two different things, yep.
Yeah,
Oh.
but
Because you got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Switch right now, and you have Mario Party.
Oh.
Super
well,
Mario
and
Party.
that brings up a interesting point because Nintendo seemed to get something that the other console manufacturers didn't, and that was embracing couch co-op. Right? Think about
Yeah.
how many other games you can sit next to with your family or your friends at a house, and that's really a social element to gaming that I think has been missing. But I guess Battletoads that they just released for Xbox, right? The new version of it re-embraces that.
Yeah, I don't think there's any online play at all.
Nobody can couch co-op. I mean,
Yeah.
Hopefully the new Halo's couch co-op.
I thought they said it was going to be.
That's
I
what I
think
was
it's co-op.
missing about Halos.
But with the original Xbox, I would say Microsoft had it there because you could play 4 players. You could actually do multiple people. Sony never had it though. Sony was never like, you got a bunch of friends over, you can all play this game.
Yeah.
No, it was a situation of you had single player stuff and maybe 2 people.
Yeah, but their single player was really good.
I don't disagree. The single player was good. But as a kid, how often are you going to sit there and play the single player stuff if you have friends over?
True. And I'm willing to say that despite their games being more silly or fantasy related, I'm willing to say that the gameplay mechanic is actually probably some of the most complex and well thought out um, in the industry because
Are we talking about Nintendo?
yeah,
Okay.
I'm back to Nintendo and trying to keep us there, but
Mhm.
it's looking at all this stuff just reminds me of how they are, because when Jared went up to Digipen to interview up there, and the guy that started Digipen was the founder of Nintendo America, he talked a lot about a lot of stuff that were hallmarks of Nintendo. Basically, they were the masters of the in-game AI that knew how hard to push, when to push, and when to back off.
Mhm.
And we look at these games that are silly and all this stuff, but you break it down, and the mechanics and the design is as complex as just about anything.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's about all I can contribute to this because I don't play the games.
Understandable. Weren't too far before your time, but they weren't exactly in your time either.
Nintendo 64.
Yeah. Almost said that
Yeah.
correctly, but it works.
Yeah. No, I'm a little bit too old.
Yeah.
For them to be part of my childhood, and
Okay. Cancelled Zelda 3/Zelda 2 remake. Spray sheets have been discovered for a side-scrolling Zelda to follow Zelda 2. The community has variously speculated that it would have been an original Zelda 3 for the SNES, or could have been a Zelda 2 remake to be played on the Super Famicom's Satellaview peripheral. What the fuck? I actually don't know what the fuck that is.
Teleview. Oh, I'm trying to remember what that was. I can't.
Satellaview computer peripheral is a satellite modem peripheral produced by Nintendo for the Super Famicom in '95, containing 1 megabit of ROM space and an additional 512 kilobytes of RAM. Satellaview allowed players to download games, magazines, and other forms of content through satellite broadcast provided by Japanese company Saint Giga. I think that's what it says.
Zelda game contained blood.
Huh. That sounds like something that's way ahead of its time back then.
It was. That's the tank with 15 motes.
There's a lot of fucking sprites here. There's no way in hell they do blood on the fucking sword. Weird. And then, yeah, placeholder at the top. This site has another fucking link to that. Pilot Wings prototype Dragonfly. Previously heard about Dragonfly, the prototype game that eventually became the flight simulator Pilot Wings. However, the leaks appear to have surfaced unseen visuals from the original version, which was a shooter designed to show off the SNES Mode 7 chip.
Did you say flight simulator?
Yeah, Pilot Wings.
Huh. Dude, the original Microsoft flight simulator?
Yeah.
Was like a big hit. And it was actually considered one of the like an executive game.
Mm-hmm. I didn't ever play any Flight. Fucking A. I didn't ever play any flight simulators.
I feel
It's really
Hey, Tom,
popular now.
yeah, oh yeah, everybody's big about it because the graphics are so cool.
It's not even just the graphics. If you
Fly around the world.
yeah, it's actually real time. If you have the internet bandwidth and everything, it will actually be real time. So if you see AI planes, those are actual real planes.
Oh, really?
Not to a T, but those are real planes.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
And all of the ground mapping and everything is through Google Maps.
So,
Mind you, if you fly to the ground, though, it looks like poo.
Microsoft's working with Google.
Yeah.
They went from
They have the connections.
I do. Okay. We're on to the weird bit now. Super Mario World. Beta visuals from the game that became Super Mario World showed off some of the funnier sides of the leaks. From a far more dinosaur-like original Yoshi. The fact that
Oh, no.
Super Mario World's Bowser at one point showed off his legs, and that one potential sprite for Luigi showed him seemingly flipping the player the bird. So you have Weird Yoshi, which is he basically just grew legs and a neck,
Oh no.
and is not
That
as,
neck.
like he's not fat.
That neck.
It's
That
so weird.
neck.
He's like a velociraptor, really. And you got Bowser out of his fucking clown cart, whatever the fuck you want to call it. The floaty clown face. So you can see his legs. And then you have Luigi just flipping you the bird. This was the more weird shit that got leaked. Everything else seemed like, okay. That's this beta type stuff. And then fucking... This Yoshi's just so odd.
Do you feel
You
like
here, you okay?
Oh wait, yeah, this is the weird one. The other one didn't look that bad. This one is weird.
Yeah, actually, you're saying it. Luigi giving you the bird.
Yep, Luigi gives you the bird.
That's
Fucking straight up just flipping you off. Okay. That's pretty much everything we can really cover about the Gigaleak because we don't know the source code side of that type of shit, so
Yeah.
can't really do much with it. That did not go on as long as I thought it would. I thought we'd go more in depth with that, but I guess
no,
not.
we don't know much. We're not pro gamers. I don't have my training in coding.
I also
can't.
don't have my training in, the SNES.
You didn't
well,
play
we
the...
don't have our streamer talking points. Nintendo forgot to send it to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't send us the money to talk
They're actually
stuff
one of the
about them.
companies that don't do that, if I'm not mistaken. They're one of the companies that don't fucking sit there and say that type of shit.
Isn't Mixer not a thing anymore?
Yeah, Mixer's gone.
Alright, that's
It is
about
now
time to sleep.
fused with Facebook.
You what?
Yeah. They fused it with Facebook.
Microsoft, if they ain't good, fuse it with the worst social media platform that barely gets a lot of.
If I'm not mistaken, the reason why
That's it.
Mixer died is because of the amount of backlash the people working at Mixer were getting.
What do you mean?
So
there's a lot of well, with the whole everything that was happening recently in the gaming industry, the cancel stuff, or the cancel culture, whatever you want to call it, everyone coming out about what has happened to them. A
Oh,
lot of
yeah.
it started coming from Mixer as well. There were some people higher up in Mixer really just fuck, I can't
Doing
remember the
bad
exact
things.
stuff. Yeah, doing shit they should not have been doing.
Well, shoot, Ubisoft. Every other week, there's something in them.
Yeah, Ubisoft is
Anything
not
but
doing
Ubi.
great.
anything but movie. I wanted to play Rainbow at some point this year, the new season.
Dude, like all the directors are going away. It's like, oh
It's
god,
because they were doing shit they shouldn't have been.
no kidding. And it's not. It's terrible stuff too. It's like
Yeah,
I feel bad for all these women. I'm like, oh my god. And you know, we haven't even gotten out to guys that, you know, right? Because everybody's gonna say, "Oh, you're such a wish it didn't happen."
yeah.
But at some point, you're gonna find out that this is happening everywhere.
It happens to everyone. It's not just
Hey,
women it
let's
happens to, it happens to everyone in the industry.
I would say it does happen to women more.
Oh yeah, no,
obviously.
100%. If I'm
Not
not mistaken, I
wrong.
wouldn't say 100%. I'd say about, I'd say 60% more.
That 40%,
Yeah.
it's still there. You can't just erase it.
Although I can't say
Oh,
that with 100% certainty. I haven't looked at any statistics.
We're just theoretical here.
well, it goes back to just what I was saying. Everybody wants to make a living at this,
Yeah.
and they feel like they have to do it to be on the in crowd.
Yep.
Yeah.
I hate when people use power like that over people.
You should never fucking do that type of shit.
It's scummy.
Dumb. It's ridiculous. It's gross.
Yes.
Tom, you there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I didn't know.
I was about to say earlier that like everybody knows that Tom hasn't spoke at all, barely.
It's because we were doing
Like
Nintendo
that.
stuff. This man's not Nintendo.
Tom,
Also,
you didn't
I
have
could
a
just be
robot?
tired.
You didn't have that robot that everybody wanted that really only did anything for one game? I don't know a lot about the robot. I'm just.
You didn't have the original VR?
The original VR one.
The fucking Nintendo's, fuck, what was it called?
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, Mac. I forgot all about
It was
that.
Virtual Boy.
Yeah.
And everything was red.
Virtual Boy.
Oh my gosh.
I'm scared. That doesn't sound.
All I gotta say is it any wonder why Japan is able to build a Gundam that walks and flips people off?
No.
Because they're just superior to us in every way.
When it comes to technology, yes.
Fucking, they are leaps and bounds ahead of everyone in tech.
I think it's what they value as a society. And
They just want to focus on the technology tree. It's like we're playing Civ and they're just rushing robotics.
Yeah, that's not a bad analogy.
it's really not.
What was it? I was reading.
Use Civ.
Oh.
Like
And-
we're playing Civ and they're rushing the technology tree, rushing to robotics. They want to get that science one.
That, you are correct. That's a good analogy. Not bad.
Let's go. Good karma. Great credit score.
What was the other thing you want to talk about, Sean?
The point.
Well, keyboards and mice on Xbox or hardware. Talk about hardware.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna say one thing about people who buy the thing to use keyboard and mouse on Xbox. You're scum. All right. I've that's all I have to comment.
Short and sweet.
Let me tell you the amount of people I see using keyboard and mouse in Rainbow when I play ranked, and still get shit on. So they spent the money to get shit on.
Still get shit on.
This, me using controller and mouse, but I mean, sorry, controller, just controller. I can't use keyboard
See,
and mouse.
buying that fucking thing is pointless. Because it doesn't work half the fucking time. I've watched reviews on the bitch. It legitimately just doesn't work part of the time.
You have to get the right settings, like very specific settings.
Well, I think this plays right into a tweet I saw where somebody was saying they don't believe that Microsoft cares if you buy an Xbox console anymore because that's not where they're putting their effort. It's all into the Game Pass.
It is true.
And
Because you don't need the new console to play the games. They're still developing stuff for the original, like the Xbox One. So you're
The
still gonna have.
original gen.
Yeah.
It's just the new one's gonna be better quality.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not
you
rushing
also
out
get
to
it on
buy a new
PC.
one.
Is it still like compatible for games with the Xbox One?
Yeah.
Like, say you want to play with people.
What
From
on the Series X to the Xbox One?
Yeah.
I think so.
I just wish they would unlock crossplay on all their games.
Yeah,
That'd be nice.
that would be nice. And they could do it,
But play.
but they need to get the shit working
Sony.
better on PC first. 'Cause we tried streaming Halo 3 campaign, and it crashed constantly. We couldn't
Anything
get
but
past
Halo
the
3.
first fucking mission before it crashed.
Yeah, that's what I heard actually. It's literally all the reviews on Steam.
Crashed. Get good. Noob.
We were able to play Reach without an issue though.
Yeah.
Besides
Reach
my
is
internet
far superior game.
taking the shit. That was when everything started. Fuck my internet.
Were you able to solve it, or
Yeah, no, I called my ISP and they're sending a new modem for me to set up. Which I had to set it up
Internet.
myself.
you're calling the internet?
Internet service provider. ISP. It's easier to say ISP than explain what the company is. Because their name is stupid. Unless you want to say, wow, it's so shit. Because the name is wow.
This is
Five
T-Mobile.
There's a 5 plumbers internet.
Yeah.
I'm agreeing to it. I still have a screw in my pocket. Oh yeah, I was trying to. Still have my dilemma.
Okay. So where'd you want to go with the hardware?
Well, we were talking about what it took to. I thought it'd be interesting because you guys know hardware so well.
Yeah.
We had talked about it before, and so what do you think let's just try this. What do you think the minimum setup somebody would need to build say a small form factor gaming PC?
Minimum?
Yeah, what could they get away with okay graphics, but realizing that they're not going to be doing stuff in 4K?
A Ryzen 3 3rd gen 3100 or 3300X. It's gonna run you about $100 to $130. Get a B550 board, anywhere between the $80 to $130 range. Or you can go, like, I wouldn't go into the expensive range, Because once you get into the too expensive, you might as well just buy an X570 board. And at that point, if you're gonna go that fucking expensive, upgrade to a Ryzen 5. Get 16 gigs of at least 3000 speed. Try to go higher if you can, but you want 16 gigs at 3000 at a minimum. For graphics, you got an actual pretty decent range right now. You can go Nvidia or AMD. Fuck.
Yeah, how much have
5500.
How much have we
From-
spent so far?
Well, I haven't listed prices of prices
okay.
of a motherboard specifically yet, but let's say about $100 for motherboard. So it's about 200 with the motherboard and CPU, or 230. And RAM's at a good price right now. You can get 16 gigs for about $80, so that's like 310. You can get a good kit for about like a 3200 speed for $80, which is
Should I
actually
use
the one
mine?
I have right now. No, you have a fucking laptop.
No. Gotta use the RAM for the RAM.
No,
No. I gotta stack the RAM for my RAM.
Stop it.
it doesn't work. It's a different type altogether.
No, I'm not talking about for a PC.
Jules, stop it.
Okay.
No.
I'm not doing it today.
No. For graphics card, I would recommend going with the minimum of a 1660 Super, which is about 230. That'll give you around... It will give you good FPS in games. But if you're playing...
600.
No. If you're playing to play like CSGO, Valorant, Siege, or League, like the low tier stuff that isn't like hard to run, then you could go with AMD's 5500 XT, if I think, yeah, and the 1650 Super, which are both in the $150 range, $150 to $200 range. So add that to the price. We'll go about, say, 180. So that's like 490. Just round it off to 500. Throw in a power supply. I'd say at least get a 500 watt. That way you have some upgradability. You don't have massive upgradability, but you have some before you look into it. And if you're running on a budget, it's not great to build one right now because power supplies are over expensive, but go with a 500 watt non-modular. It'll do the job. Bronze rated from honestly any company, EVGA, Corsair, a brand that actually is good and that you can trust. I'd say that should cost like $60. That's more than it should, but about $560. Then a case, you could spend you can get whatever case you want, whatever you feel like. You could spend $300. You could spend $40.
Yeah.
But kind of like go. Don't spend more on the case than what is inside of it. You could look for one
When
that's
the
like
case
$60.
is more than
Yeah.
what you buy for it.
You could look for something that's like around $60. So it'd be like $620.
Good thing we got it.
I think I got everything.
It's better to use that.
Because the CPU comes with a stock cooler that'll do the job. You got the RAM, got the motherboard, got the power supply, case, you got the graphics. Yeah, so about like, I'd say $620 would get you something, and that's on the high end. That's not finding any deals. That's not, you could even go fucking used on eBay and get graphics card for cheaper. I wouldn't go CPU because a lot of people like to fuck them.
Yeah, I'm sure how that's supposed to-
But if you want to go used, you could go used and 100% be fine with that.
Can you buy new parts from eBay? Has
Yes.
that gotten any more secure?
Oh yeah. You can buy from Newegg specifically on eBay. You can buy from Best Buy specifically on eBay. You can buy from EVGA specifically on eBay.
Really?
You can actually buy from the companies themselves on eBay.
Oh, that's
because
weird.
they understand that eBay gets more people than them going specifically to their site. Because you can buy from EVGA itself, or you can go to Newegg, Amazon, and even eBay.
Is it discounted?
When I bought my power supply, it was. I got a 500 watt for $30. That was a few years ago. That's the price that it should be around that price normally to begin with. But yeah,
Okay.
you'll see more discounts on there because of how eBay works to begin with. Or you can go to EVGA if you want to go with that company. On Wednesdays, they have their midweek madness, and a lot of shit gets put on sale.
Oh, for real?
Yes,
Everything's good on a Wednesday.
I wouldn't say everything. But yeah, no, EVGA usually has a lot of sales. You will not be able to get a motherboard for AMD there. They are only Intel. And they're also
Yeah, but
only NVIDIA.
Yeah, and EVGA makes a lot of good products. So.
Oh yeah. I trust the brand. It just sucks they don't go with what I want to buy. Because with how NVIDIA's doing their practice with the super stuff and everything, I would rather go AMD. Mainly because in the price range, AMD is more competitive, and the performance is honestly almost better. You either get the exact same performance for cheaper, or it's a little bit better.
So, can you wholesale stuff off of eBay? Has it gotten that progressive?
What do you mean? Like buy in bulk?
Yeah.
Yeah. You've been able to do that for a while.
You know, eBay was kind of a scary place when I was using it.
Oh yeah. It's gotten so much better.
It's good to hear.
Unless you're buying outside of the country, and then it's not great. Because if the seller puts it through, there's a shipping facility, I think in Kentucky, that a bunch of shit goes through, and and if you buy outside of the U.S., it will get damaged. Most of the fucking time.
Purpose?
No, because they have to open the stuff, see what it is, for, I can't remember the exact reason, I think tracking information, something like that. It's something along those lines. But they open it, and they don't, because they're sitting there, they're one place, having thousands and millions of things shipped through that one fucking facility, they have to work fast. So they cut the box open, and they don't notice, you just fucking cut right on the goddamn thing. And the shitty thing is, one second. And the shitty thing is, from what I learned, it's not even cheaper for the seller to do that. Fuck off, phone. It damages the fucking product, and it still fucking costs you the same exact amount, if not more. But no, since we are in the States, we don't have to worry about that. But no, like if I type in EVGA right now, like right here, there's a 2060 KO Ultra for $330. I wouldn't ever buy the KO 2060s. Don't do it. There are a very cut down 2060, and the cooler is terrible. But you buy it from Best Buy. Some people haven't had issues with them. You could be different. I don't know. If you trust it, go with it. It's up to you. With a 650 power supply, right? 650 watt power supply. It's a white, so it's white rated. It's worse than bronze, but it's a rated power supply for $66.87. That is overpriced. But no, trying to buy wholesale, I can get to VGA itself. Some bitch. Why is no one else talking? Why is it just me?
I don't know. I'm listening. I'm waiting for you to do yours and then have Tom chime in.
I mean, Tom can go
Tom's
wherever he
just
wants
like-
to.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening.
You want to chime
As
in
I
on
was-
this one?
Well, here's where I'm going back. It might be an interesting format for the future to have our version of a call-in where people can say, "Hey, I have X amount of money. Can you design me a computer?" Or we just go, "Okay, we're gonna do a 500 computer, a $700 computer, a $1,000 computer, and then a dream computer design just
Mhm.
by going on and building them by what's on sale that day."
Yeah, we could do that. I'd be down for that.
I think it'd be a fun show because it'll give people ideas of how to.
I'd say the only bad side about that is I can't, for me personally, I can't recommend an Intel CPU with how they're going right now.
I get it.
I will build it, but I will tell them I will still recommend the AMD version over this one
Eh,
every day of the week.
we don't have to build it. We're just gonna We're just gonna make a thing to tell them where they could get parts and how to go about
Oh, yeah, no.
reasoning.
Motherfucker, I ain't paying the price for a new computer every goddamn week.
Unless someone wants to underwrite the show, right?
I don't have, like, you want to just fucking send me the parts? I'll put it together and send it back to you. Don't do that. I don't want to go through that hassle. I'm joking.
We need we need a big corporate sponsor, and we can raffle the machines off.
I would be down for that.
Well, there's
Especially in
only
these
one
times
here.
right now.
Then the winner is, well, you already know who the winner.
Oh no, if we were doing something like that, we'd be able to.
You have to use the Gleam thing.
Yeah.
Because when you're broadcasting, there's all kinds of rules about doing legitimate.
Makes sense.
Yeah, we wouldn't be. We'd be streaming while we would say who it is, but we wouldn't be just giving it away while we're streaming. Like, I would build it while I was streaming and fucking go through that whole process and shit. And then people would sign up to the, Gleam.
Your
I have thought
mom,
about this.
big bad.
No.
Yeah, Gleam, then you'd be able to get.
And then we would get yelled at for not doing it international.
Tariff taxes.
Yeah. Now, if it's a company doing it, I think we could do the international, but if personally us were doing it and we paid for the product, I don't want to pay the extra.
Well,
I
for
ain't
now, we
making
could do
anything
it
right now.
virtually.
Yeah, we could. No,
Right? Don't you guys have a software that?
yeah, it's PC
totally-
Part Picker.
Yeah, you could totally go find parts that are on sale and then virtually put it together.
Oh yeah. In all seriousness, you could just go yourself to PC Part Picker, build it, like put a system together yourself that sounds good, and it will tell you if everything works together.
All right, we gotta flesh this out because I'm hearing a whole new series of shows. Like part of this one, but like once a month, the show's dedicated to this.
What, tech shit?
Yeah, building PCs. This month's PC bargains are.
Yeah. Your mom,
Hell,
your
there's
father.
even a Reddit. It's build a PC sales. That shit gets updated fucking every second of every day with new sales. Like right here, there's a single stick of RAM at 3000 speed. How I was saying earlier, for $23.
What?
Yeah.
We gotta buy it.
I gotta mute myself.
I
for a
don't
second.
know
I
the
gotta-
brand. And it's just a basic, like, there's no heat spreader on it, there's no nothing. But from my understanding, it shouldn't be bad, and it's fucking that goddamn cheap.
Sorry, I will be right back.
And then it was me.
Then it was you.
But no, fucking build a PC sales. Go onto that Reddit. This case right here, Corsair 275R Airflow Edition. It's got a tempered glass side panel. The front of it's mesh for airflow. You get 3 fans in the bitch, and it's $77. If I'm not mistaken, this thing is supposed to be, I think, around $100.
Jesus.
It's not a bad looking case. I think it's got room for EATX boards, which are the extended versions where you get with Threadripper and the X299 series of Intel chips or Xeon chips.
Mac, was that a
UATX.
JoJo reference?
No,
It was, wasn't it?
no, I have no idea what the fuck that is. Nope, it cannot fit EATX or UATX. It is only full ATX. It just looked bigger than what I thought it did. Yeah, no, this case is fucking for $77, and you can get it in white, and it looks actually extremely clean in white. I don't know what the cable management is like in this thing, but I don't think it'd be too bad.
I still have my dream of getting that big O PC.
Who makes that? Origin?
Origin.
Well, if I get them to sponsor me, I'll have one.
God damn. Thought it was gonna be a heartfelt moment. It's like, you know what? Nah, it's like I'll have one. I'll be like, I'm far superior to you. I got an Xbox and PS4 and a PC in one. What do you got? Just a laptop and Xbox? What a noob.
There we go.
I don't know. Even if I just had, oh wait,
Hello,
Hello.
Jules.
yeah,
You gonna finish your thought?
yeah.
Alright,
There's
stop.
also a Twitch docking station.
A Twitch docking station? What do you
A
mean?
Switch.
A Switch. You can dock your Switch on the big O like the big O PC from Origin.
It's got everything. It's all 4 consoles.
Yeah.
But how much is it?
$2,000.
But you're paying for a high-end PC.
And it comes with 3 consoles.
Yeah. Does it actually come with all 3 consoles?
It's in the freezer,
Comes with
hon.
chips for the boards for Xbox and PS4. And if I'm not mistaken, it comes with the Switch.
Okay. They must have changed it since I looked last time.
I think. But I know it comes with the Xbox and
Let me
PS4.
get the customize.
It may or may not come with the Switch.
Is that what you're trying to save up to buy, Jules?
Yes, $2,000, Dad.
No, you have to choose between the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One S.
Well, no, I'm probably gonna go with the PS4 Pro.
You're having fucking Xbox One S. Then you can throw a Elgato 4K60 Mark II Pro in as well. Which, I mean, if you decide to stream, you are going to want that to stream both the PS4 and your Xbox. Yes, you can stream from both consoles, but you can get so much better quality and everything streaming, connecting it to your PC with a capture card.
So you would want the Elgato.
Yes. I don't know about the 4K one, but you have that headroom.
Okay, the 1 terabyte mechanical drive. We'll just go with the cheapest options here. So it's just the basic thing.
Do you
I mean,
like
you go with the cheapest
Elgato?
options, you would want the fucking S. What?
Do you
Elgato?
like Elgato better than the Avermedia stuff?
I haven't seen anything from either of them. Like, I haven't tried. Okay, let me correct myself. I haven't personally tried anything from either of them. I just see more and hear more about Elgato more than Avermedia.
Maybe we could get Avermedia to send a demo.
I do think it comes with water.
Yes,
Water
it
cooled.
has a AIO.
Alright, yeah. That's why I thought was cool about it.
I have no ties, no affiliation with any company. I am down to try anything from anyone.
If you do get that big OPC, I'll pay you $50 for yours, your old one.
I just
What?
upgraded the graphics card. That wouldn't even pay for the graphics card. It wouldn't even
Yeah.
pay for my old graphics card.
Just switch out the parts for the worst ones.
No.
I'll throw in a penny.
Jules, I can
Not
tell you
came
right now,
from World War III.
my old graphics card was the exact same as it's in your laptop right now.
Ah, so shit. Okay.
Yeah.
So going back to
yeah.
EVGA.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll make a version of the 30? Is it a 3090?
They're definitely going to have a version of the 3090. 3090 is going to be the best one, so they may make a, fuck. What? Okay. Let's go to EVGA.
Products.
Because I always considered, I like their stuff, but I always consider EVGA stuff like they created budget versions.
They got both. They got the budget and the high end because they have the enthusiast grade of a graphics card that you can overclock the fucking hell out of. It's all copper, everything, and sometimes they got an AO. I can't remember what it's called though. Tom, do you know? Why are you so quiet?
Doesn't want to talk.
He's not in the mood.
Gotcha.
He's fibbing right now. Let it, the man be.
They have the hybrid gaming stuff.
Leaking.
They've got the hydro copper stuff. That's not what I want though. Oh, as a little heads up to anyone that didn't know, if you water cool your system, make sure all the metals for the water blocks and radiators are the exact same metal.
Wait, why?
So they heat and cool at the same rate, otherwise you get leaks.
Nope, that's not the reason.
That's the reason.
You will have things you'll have shit growing in your loop. Corrosion and just other shit.
You.
Can't fucking. I have all this knowledge in my head. Can't remember the actual fucking terms. Some bitch. But yeah. Another company that makes motherboards and shit, Gigabyte. I like that company too. You can go buy from them. Just to prove the point of I have no affiliation with anybody. And I don't care who you buy from as long as it's a name brand company that actually has a foothold and can be trusted. It is your choice.
I bought a computer one time from this PC company. It was called Tiny PC.
Yeah.
And it was out of England, and it went bankrupt.
What?
It was on commercials, and it's like everything. It was like a competitor to Gateway PC out of South Dakota,
Yeah.
and everybody was talking about it. And I was supposed to be the big.
Mm-hmm.
Lesson learned, right?
Yeah. Another note. Don't buy an Alienware PC. You're paying for the Alienware style, not the actual performance. It ain't better.
It's a Dell computer now.
Yeah. It ain't better
Really?
just because of the look.
I actually, a long time ago, I was going to build a small form factor PC for stuff. And I talked to Alienware about potentially building it back when
Yeah.
they were separate.
Yeah.
It was for entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
That was a fun project. Learned a lot about getting the specific protocol off the console.
Mm-hmm.
And then we didn't have people sign NDAs, and somebody made a lot of money off of it.
Goddamn.
But it changed the industry, and I have like a lot of respect in the industry because of it.
Nice.
They're like, "Oh, we know who led that whole crusade."
Nice. On the note of
Really?
Origin, though, if you don't want to build your own PC, they're probably the best people you could go through because their customer support and everything is just the best.
Yeah, when I got my PC, wasn't through Origin. The customer support was garbage.
You were CyberPower PC, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Hey,
But they
I
had
will say,
really good deals, so
yeah,
Yeah.
Origin PC does have a reseller program.
Oh, nice. I didn't think they did. You don't see
Yeah,
any
it was on.
you don't see any like stores carrying an Origin PC though.
No, it's like independent. So I don't know how it works because I found it by accident on another website. It's not actually on their website. It's
How the hell
like
do you
I'm on
find
the.
that shit?
It was like on a franchise website. Look, I because of how much my house is worth, I get all this weird mail and emails and crap. So like, I like get the offers for those credit cards that all the rich people have.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell did I do with that thing? That thing's scary. And I get invited to go look at homes, and you have to like, so you get requested, and you go, okay, but confirm how much you make. And then it's like they serve champagne at the open house, and it's like, oh god.
Holy hell.
Chelsea and I were going to do it one time just for the Griggles, and we went, oh nope, they're going to check our income. We want proof of income at the door.
no free
Goddamn.
champagne for you guys.
No free champagne. No going. I would have stood out so much. I don't have cool clothes like those guys wear.
That's why you walk in with the best shit.
Just walk in with a Hawaii t-shirt on.
Exactly.
Just walk in like you own the place.
You got the cargo shorts, got the full
Hawaiian-
tube socks, and sandals,
and
Hawaiian
sandals,
shirt,
yep.
over just a fucking
Wear your shades inside.
exactly. And you got the fucking you just go the full tourist get up in there.
Just look like you know what you're doing.
Joel, stop it. I see what you're doing in there. Stop it. Stop it. I will stop you.
I need to do this last lyric.
God damn it.
Uh,
You just type
What
it
is
in
it?
chat.
being an idiot. Creeper? Oh man.
Stop.
So we back in the mine got her pickaxe swinging from
Hey. Hey.
side.
No. I'm gonna put a stop to this. I could put you back.
Do you
push the
feel
talk.
your mozzarella sticks?
No, we're okay, Jules.
Okay.
Feel like we're okay.
God damn it.
I feel like the stream need a little bit of the Jules dumb special.
I don't know about that one.
It's getting too quiet.
Was it? I feel like we were still talking.
Oh, no. What, 2 people talking?
No one wanted to add to the conversation.
Yeah, that happens every once in a while.
You guys were just failing to read the room. Don't worry, I got you.
Yeah, I don't know how much longer it's gonna last. It's getting really hot.
I mean, we can call it here.
Do we have
'Cause-
anything to add to the conversation?
I don't, because we went through the Gigaleak. Did everything we could with that, because we couldn't really go to the source code stuff. None of us really know it. Then we talked about tech.
Oh yeah. I think that wraps it up for today.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, we did it.
We did it, boys. We survived. Creeper.
Hey!
Man.
Stop it! Doing the outro. Fuck off.
Alright.
Thank you for dining with us tonight as we discuss what's on our minds. I was your host, Mac. They were your co-host, Sean,
Hey, take care, everyone. See you next time.
Tom, Melvin,
Hey guys, have a good one.
and Jules.
Yellow.
I want to say have a nice night, but it's 4:30 right now.
I
So
said, I'd just auto-reply.
have fun.